Let's
All
get it.
right, all right. Project Pat is in the cut, and he's a legend, and I am so inspired by him with the music I make, the flows he's pioneered, the music that he's made, and the people he's made it with are just they're gonna be remembered like hundreds of years, thousands of years, however long. And I'm very glad to have him here, and I mean, you're on that new Drake record. Like, how did that come about? Did they just straight up sample that, or did you record a newer version of that?
Well, I had recorded the song, but Metro had the vocals. And what was happening, how that happened was it was going on a 21 Savage record, but it ended up going on Drake's. 21 Savage didn't use it. And Metro Boomin made that happen.
Yeah,
And yeah, that's how that came about. Yeah.
because I mean, the beat sounds like something you would have heard on the Savage Mode 2 record. Because that's
Yeah,
so.
it was really a 21 Savage was supposedly I thought maybe I'm wrong, but that's what I thought. But Drake ended up getting it, man, and blessed me. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to Drake, man, because he's a good guy.
Yeah, and it's like let me think of there's that song that he did. Everybody knows the Black Boy JB track, and he uses your flow from out there. Like, what other artists that are inspired like by you do you pay attention to in this newer age of this Memphis
It's
stuff?
a lot, man. I really can't name them all because it's really a lot, you know. And I mean, people just like that music, and hey, man, I mean, hey, they want it, They want that. They want that 3-6 Mafia. They want it, man. It just so happened that that fell, our way. I think also a lot of the younger artists too from Memphis that redo our music and stuff. That keeps us rolling also.
Like
And people
Dolph and
just
Key
period, just
Glock
younger
and
people period.
yeah, for sure. Like Key Glock and Young Dolph. I mean, I don't know where Key Glock's from, but Young Dolph is another Memphis artist
Key
that's
Glock
really
from Memphis.
good.
Glock from Memphis.
Oh wait,
Key
is
Glock from
he?
Memphis. Yeah.
I
Oh
don't think
yeah.
so. I
Yeah,
think
Glock
he
from Memphis.
is. But he has a new
No,
record.
Glock from Memphis. I know Glock. He from Memphis.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. You know that. You know that. But
Yeah.
yeah. But there's like a lot of new artists inspired. But yeah, I want to go back to the beginning and stuff like that. I want to talk. I want to ask like a very serious question from the beginning. Who was the first Memphis?
Okay.
Who was the first Memphis rapper that you listened to when you were like really young?
Man, who I really, really listened to was 8 Ball MJG.
Eight
That's
Ball.
who I really was really listening to. And yeah, I used to listen to DJ Squeaky. I don't know if you familiar with him.
Yeah, I've sampled him before.
Yeah, Squeaky. Well, well, you should be familiar with him because Squeaky, he make a lot of records for Dolph now.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, and I had, oh yeah, a lot. I'm talking a lot, like the hits. Squeaky, he always been hard. He always been a hard
He's
producer.
still at it. That's beautiful, man.
Oh yeah, he getting money. Squeaky straight out here. He should be because he showed making hits. Oh, and one thing about Squeaky too, like to be honest, um, Squeaky make like 2000, like he make real hits. Like he got the sound. Like Squeaky is like one of the true pioneers of Memphis on the sound.
Yeah.
On the Memphis sound, he the true pioneer. Like, I mean, I grew up on DJ Squeaky. I used to be in the club when he was the truth. Like he had
Yeah.
him, and he used to bring artists out.
And
He
Zerk
used to bring a
too.
lot of artists out. Yeah, Zerk too. Zerk, yeah, for sure. Zerk made. I didn't know he made beats till later, but yeah, yeah, for sure, yeah.
I love
But
Zerk.
Squeaky, man,
And
hey, Squeaky, the truth.
yeah, that's beautiful, man. There's a lot of other like artists like from that time that I just love so much and sample so much. But I gotta ask, like, when you write your lyrics, like, what do you go for first? Like the lyrics and the story, or do you go for the flow first?
I gotta hear the music, and I flow into the beats. That's how like a lot of Memphis rappers we flow into the beat. We don't like you catch like back in the days you call a lot of like East Coast rappers, they would rap on top of the beat. We flow into the beat.
That's a good
We
way of
always
putting
flowed
it.
into the beat. Like we always like we fall into the beat. Like they would rap on top of it.
Yeah, you dive like horizontal. Okay,
We
I get
dive in.
what you're saying. Yeah, that's a good.
You know what I'm saying? Like we go like let's say the beat go like the beat go then I'm gonna come something when they want to then we come again
Yeah,
you know like that they if the beat they'll be on top of the beat like that's why they beats was
yeah.
they rap on top of it like we don't do that we always flowed into it
I
that was the
mean that has
difference.
a lot to do with BPM. I think because Memphis like the hi hats, they're very high pitched and they're shorter,
Mm-hmm.
and
Mm-hmm.
that's why the BPMs end up being like from like I'd say from I don't know. I could be wrong, but I feel like when I make like a faster, like cowbell beat or like a beat with an organ synth, I think that it's always like above 140 BPM from what I do when I do that,
Yeah.
and like the
Yeah.
New York stuff or whatever that would be like 80 to 90 because it's like I don't know, but
Mm-hmm.
there's that element to. I mean, have you ever dabbled in production, or do you always just let your brother or like Paul do it, or have you ever dabbled in it
Uh,
yourself?
well, what we used to do too, we used to make hooks. Now, say I had a hook or Paul had a hook, then what he'll do is we'll we'll have a hook, and then they'll make the beat like around the hook, and then but they like Paul and them always would change beats up too sometime in the songs. So that's why I say we had to hear the beat first.
Yeah.
Like when it comes up when you talk about making the raps, I mean I can make a hook up and then they can make a beat around it. You know what I'm saying?
Well, cause like the
I've done
way
that a few
it's,
times.
cause like the way it's done, like if you listen to like 9 millimeter by like Juicy J, which is my favorite Juicy J mixtape, is the 9 millimeter from one from like all the way back then, like where it has like the original like the Pim Pim Slush joint, like the original one, like the low, like the fucking, I don't know, but like the way he does it, it sounds like very DJ esque, where like he like repeats it, shortens the acapella of like his own lyric, and then like it's just like it's so the music and the beats that you make and stuff like that, or that the people around you made are very like very based around the vocals more. So is that what you're saying?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but not all the time. Like a lot of times, like Paul and Juicy was beat makers and artists, so they would come up with something in their head like that. You see what I'm saying? They already have a hook in their head, so then they make the beat around it, or they just make a beat and give it to somebody. Then I fall in it. Like they give it to me, I fall in it. You
Yeah,
know, that's how we did.
yeah, I feel that. I feel that. But I want to ask like you have so many records that you've done, but like what's been the like most enjoyable record to make?
Well, man, beat with me it was business. So you as it was Joe record, I'm gonna say Chicken Head because that was the one that went. And when I was in the time, on what I was on, that's what it
Yeah.
was. So yeah, it was Chicken Head.
I mean, it's a fun song to listen to, so I totally know what you mean and stuff like that.
hmm
Is that also your favorite track to perform like on a stage, or is that would you say that would be different?
it, I would say it is because it's the last song.
So every performance you do,
so
you try and
yeah,
perform it last.
yeah, I mainly do Chicken Head late. Now sometimes, man, it's just they be so turned up, man. I do that one first, going
Yeah,
to the show, and then I do that one last, and they still going for it.
yeah, I know what you mean. But I want to ask about some more newer stuff. Like in the newer underground and stuff like that. Like a lot of new underground artists sample you and your brother and a lot of the artists that you came up around. Like, what do you think of like funk? Like people artists like the Suicide Boys or Freddie Dredd. Like, what do you think of them and what they've done?
What you mean? Like, oh, Suicide Boy? Are they cool?
Yeah.
Oh
Like
yeah, they cool. They too cool.
have you listened to like a lot of them, or do you not really listen to them?
Yeah, Suicide Boys. I know them. I don't know. I know one of them. I don't know the other guy, but they cool
Scrim.
though. They straight. I mean, man, they just they just like a lot more people. A lot more people. A lot of people, man. A lot of people that just grew up on the music. They just one of the people that did, and and they kind of put they sauce on it, and hey man, they doing what they doing. They kind of like more on the older, more big sound. You know what I'm saying? Which hey man, if it worked for you, it worked for you. But
Yeah,
they cool though. They cool. They good people.
I know what you mean. That's cool though. P Scud, you just did an EP with him. How did that come about?
He's good. I'd have to. I don't know who that. I
I
don't.
don't know. I mean, I
I
just it
don't
was
know.
on Spotify. I just saw it, and I guess maybe.
Man, I don't know, man. A lot of times you catch a dude. I'm gonna tell you what a lot of dudes be doing. They'll sample my voice on hooks and
Oh
sample me
no.
in a little song. Oh yeah, man, I got so much stuff on it online like that. And they done sampled my voice some old mixtape or an old song I did with somebody that's a feature. They got the vocals, chop my lyrics up. Then they try to say like, okay, you got this with this person. Man, I don't even be knowing who these folks is. Just being honest, I don't know who these folks is. I ain't never signed on no paperwork with them or nothing.
Damn it, P
Now, real
Scud.
talk.
Damn.
Listen. It's a lot of people online. It ain't just him. It's a lot of people. I don't even know them. I don't know nothing about what they got going. I don't know if somebody scammed them. I don't know what happened. But if I was to take a lawyer and tell them, hey man, go at these folks, I'm gonna get paid because I don't know them. Like I'm just being 100. And if it was somebody I dealt with, maybe my manager might talk to their manager. But as far as an album, somebody me doing an album together, if you pay attention, you don't see me promoting it. So if you never seen me promote an album that I did with somebody, I don't know nothing about that. But
Yeah.
these dudes be coming up with these schemes, try to get on. Hey, did my thing. Back in the days, I used to be a con artist. I used to play, we call it paper. They do scamming, they say scamming. Now I used to play paper. So I mean, I get it, man. You know what I'm saying? You trying to come up, you trying your best, but you know, I'm a Christian. You know what I'm saying? Like, I believe in Jesus Christ. Like, and I understand that if a person ain't there with it and don't understand life like that, I get it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I ain't tripping on nobody. I ain't trying to come at nobody. I ain't on that. I mean, if that's what if you feel you got to do that, man, handle your business. But all I'm saying is you're going about it the wrong way because it don't look right. Like it don't look right. Like
Yeah.
it's like, well, how come Pat ain't promoting it? Like we have this interview right now. If you was to name somebody else, guess what I'm gonna tell you? The same thing. I can't lie about it. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm real. You know what I'm saying? I consider
Yeah.
myself real.
Well,
Yeah, so I ain't gonna lie. Now, did my thing. I ain't knocking nobody. Do what you do. I salute you, man. I ain't tripping on you. But you ask me, I don't know.
well, I mean,
I
I
don't know. Never
assume that
heard
the
of that.
Lil White and Cole Beats project that was authentic, right? That one right there, the Lil White,
Who now?
Lil White and Cole Beats.
Lil White and Cool Beats.
Cole Beats. There's a song you have called "So Clean." Are you aware of that song?
Who is Lil White the rapper Lil White?
Yeah. And
Oh,
then
I might have done a feature with somebody. He put White on there. I might know him.
yeah,
I mean, I
that's
did a lot of features with. Listen, I did a lot of features with people, and I don't know. I couldn't tell you. I done so many, man. I don't know. Like I'm just being honest. Like, I did so many features with people, and people put it on iTunes, and a lot of them. What they do is this. They'll give me a percentage. Sometimes it's going to be big and other sometimes small. I don't know. But I see it on my BMI, so I just don't say nothing. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
I mean, they may have paid me for a feature. You know what I'm saying? If they did, they'll just give me a percentage and just put it out there, hoping I don't say nothing. Cause see, ain't no paperwork signed. But
yeah, yeah,
but
yeah.
see, I'm like this though. Like I'm blessed. I'm not hurting on a dollar. Thank by the goodness of God. Thank God, cause of
Let's talk
Him.
about that. Your religiousness. Can we talk about that real quick? Like, how
I
did?
mean, we talk about it all day.
Yeah. So, I mean, I'm not trying to knock you or anything, but your earlier work is very like that. Like, is very like occult centered. Like, how did it? How did you come to like in the modern day of your
Man, to
life?
be
How did you
honest,
get into that? Like, was it more of a newer thing, or was it? Have
no,
you
I,
always been
I,
like that?
I explain to you. Well, when you're a person can be saved, but they don't necessarily operate in it. You know what I'm saying? Or you think in sense knowledge. You can't think sense knowledge because like this. This person say, well. I know something or I know somebody. Well, just say me and you, we meet each other 2, 3 times. I know you a little bit better than the first time. You understand what I'm saying? But I only know you more because we spending more time. Well, if I'm more on spending more time on this side with it and not on that side with God and doing what I need to be doing to build a relationship more with Him, then I ain't gonna, you know what I'm saying? It don't mean that I don't care, don't love, but I'm not where I should be. But the thing is, when a person do that, whatever you gravitate to is what engulfs your time. So when it engulfs your time like that, you're not even paying attention till you not spending no time. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I mean that's just how it goes. So in that aspect, that's what was going on with me. I had a little bit more time to reflect recently past few years. And so I just like, I got a better relationship with God now than what I had 2, 3 years ago, put like that. So it's
Yeah.
like, and then, in my brain at that time, I'm thinking like, man, it's money. I'm coming out the street. Most people coming out the street, if you're doing something that's legal, you just look at it like, man, it's just all about the money. Life really ain't all about the money.
Yeah.
But that's how I used to think. You see what I'm saying?
I mean, it takes a while to become spiritually regulated. You know what I mean? First, you gotta like have that moment, that one moment that makes you think, maybe I gotta change my little act up. Then,
Yeah, they call it life changing moment.
yeah, or like you, and then you start. I think what's also been good for me, sort of, to become spiritually regulated is reading like spiritual texts, like not just like just many different types of spiritual texts. I like, you know, there's the Bible, there's the Quran, you know what I mean? This is a lot of stuff like that. Like, what's your favorite, like, chapter from a spiritual text that you like? Or something
Oh,
like that.
well, I got this book that I read and pass out to people. It's called The Tongue of Creative Force by Charles Capps, a minister at England, Arkansas. And he's passed now. He died like in '05, but he's real good. And he just break down how God made us in His likeness and His image. So if we made in His likeness and in His image, so that means this: I see your body, but you're a spirit. So because God is a spirit. So if we made in His likeness and image, He's a creator. So you're a creator because we
Mm,
made in His likeness and image.
I mess with that.
So oh yeah, that's real. Oh, that's real. You're a creator. You create. Listen, you control your whole life by what you speak out your mouth because it's what you speak out your mouth that's gonna go in your inner ear. See, you don't sound to me like you do to you, and it's gonna go in your inner ear, and it's gonna go straight in your spirit. Because we made like that. Now you gotta think why we made like that. We got 2 ears. We got an outer ear and an inner. You know that.
Yeah.
You can Google it. You can Google it. We got an outer ear and an inner ear. You can ask any doctor; they'll tell you the same thing. So that you have to wonder like why we made like that. It's a reason for everything. God didn't just create all this stuff, and it's just But see, the thing is, once a person pay attention, when you believe your ideas quicker than you believe anybody else's. Now somebody else can call you a failure. But if you believe you're a failure, you're a failure. But if you don't believe it, what they say ain't gonna matter. But now don't get it twisted. If the person has an influence over you, when they say, "Blessed is the man that raised not in the counsel of the ungodly." Well, if you raised under or influenced around drugs, killers, dope fiends, you raised around that, you grew up under that, you looked up to that, then that's what you're gonna gravitate to. So however they're talking, and people are always talking negative. And if you speaking what you speaking, now it ain't gonna come off right. This ain't magic, you know what I'm saying? It ain't Alibaba. But when you saying something for 10 years, oh, you can rest assured, whatever you speaking is what you have. So when a person say this, when a person say, I can't, they can't. Because if you speak it long enough, you're gonna believe it. Whose words do you believe more than anybody's? Your own.
Yourself. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
That's some of the most
Yeah.
beautiful shit I heard, man. That's
Hey
great.
man, I mean, that's just the truth. It's a book called The Tongue of Creative Force. And when I was reading, I said, man, he Christian, he going out the Bible, but he's real though. Like, Cause like I can think about my life and think about when I used to be saying, "Oh man, I used to ride by the it's a place out here called the Penal Farm in Memphis, 201." I was like, "Oh man, I know the folks gonna get me. I know. I'm talking. I'm saying it now. Hold on. Now I'm not saying I'm doing good things. I ain't doing no crimes. I ain't saying that. But this is my thing. Me saying this. See, when you say something, you steer your way off into it. Like I'm telling you, man. Listen, if you want to do, you're not a person say, man. They looking at their weed and they say, man, that weed look good, man. Hold on, they saying to themselves, listen, they're saying to themselves, I want to try some of that weed.
Yeah.
It's gonna spark their interest, but they keep saying that I'm trying some of that weed. They gonna try their weed. I mean, it's nothing to talk about. And it's like you talk yourself into things and you talk yourself out of things. And a lot of times when people be saying, man, they got mental health, man, I'm gonna tell you something, man. And listen to me good. Your mind is your own mind. See, TV is TV. The devil can't just come possess your brain like that. And then, like a lot of people that be like that, they be knowing what they doing. And you know what I'm saying? They be knowing it. Now, I'm not saying mental health's not real because somebody could hit their head, somebody could be born, something. Mental health is, people could be depressed, but see, depression is that's torment. That's a spirit. And it ain't no spirit from God. See, that's the depression, man. You gotta rebuke that. You gotta speak. No, my mind is my mind. I'm not losing my mind.
You got to get out of bed
Because
because it keeps you in bed. You know what I mean? That depression, if you
it
really
do.
hits.
I mean, it all that's going because it's weighing on you. Now you gotta think, where do that come from? That comes from a mental breakdown. No, it's a break. It is a mental breakdown. It manifests mental in the physical, but that's really a spirit, dog. And it's like God wants you with some peace, some joy, some happiness. I mean, I know how grandma and them said it, and I ain't saying that they wasn't hard on. They grew up like they grew up. You know what I'm saying? But God ain't and he ain't accepting no wrong and no evil. But at the same time, whatever you see, this is the thing. Your journey is your journey with God. Relationship with God is between you and Him. I can't tell you. You could be saying, "Well, man, look, man." You could say, "I had a true experience with the Lord," and you be like, "Man, I talked to God. Like He told me I need to be doing this and doing that." Well, I'm not gonna knock you. Now, I mean, I know God ain't gonna tell you to do nothing wrong. If I see you out here talking about God told you to smoke crack, well, I know that ain't God. Or God told you to get high on some crystal meth, I know that's not God.
Yeah.
God told me to be a crystal meth dealer. No, that ain't God. You know what I'm saying? So, see, what I'm saying is certain things are obvious. You know what I'm saying? But if you're doing something, man, you like, man, I started a foundation and I'm finna do this, I'm finna do that. Well, man, look, man, that's helping people. The devil don't want you to help nobody. So, hey, man, hey, man, praise God, bro. Do your thing. You know what I'm saying?
The devil
That's
wants
what
you
I'm
to help
saying.
yourself. That's why it's more so considered like a individualistic religion.
Man, and one thing about it too, you know what I'm saying, you want to always like when a person dealing with God, like you want to always, you know what I'm saying, it's got to see God is the God of good. So if it's anything bad involved any kind of way, that ain't God. That just ain't God. I mean, that's the world. We can sit up here, we can try to sugarcoat it. We can call it a little white lie, whatever we want to call it, but that ain't God. You know what I'm saying? Now,
Yeah.
God, I'm going to show you this too. I'm going to say this and let you talk. God only can deal with you where you're at.
Oh.
You understand what I'm saying? He meets everybody where they at. So that's why it's individual. You understand what I'm saying? That's why it's between you and him. Because at the end of the day, if you die, me and you ain't gonna be standing together. It's gonna be you and him.
Yeah.
You gonna be standing. So that's what I'm saying. Like, and that's what a lot of people don't be understanding. Like, it's more to just say, Jesus Christ is Lord. I accept him as my Lord and Savior. That's beautiful, and that's you saved, and you need to do that. But a person need to get that personal one-on-one with him every day and talk to him and see what he want to do to direct you and what you're doing out here. And that way he can guide you, keep away from all this foolishness and evil. Because I mean, come on, man. I mean, look, I know God is talking to everybody because he God. Now, what he talking to you about, that ain't my business. That's your business.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Yeah, for sure, man. And you know, just like you said, man, I do this, I do that. Well, look, good brother, I'm not gonna sit up and just tell you to read something that I don't think is really popping or really it. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna condone you to. No, I ain't gonna try to never lead you the wrong way. But this is the thing: can God talk to you? Can't He lead you? I think He can. So
Yeah.
you know, yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like you know how a lot of people get into them arguments and I say I don't do that. Now I'm not gonna sit up and say it's good to do this one and do that one. I'm gonna always say you need to give your life to Christ. That's what I'm gonna always say. But I ain't gonna argue with you though. Like I believe if you don't hear me, God will send somebody your way that you will hear, and I pray He'll open your understanding. And that's it. You know what I'm saying? Because this is my thing. Like you got your own background. You got stuff that you went through in life. I don't know your life. You know what I'm saying?
I love the
But
whole
God,
like creator thing though. How like you're talking about
mm-hmm.
how we are like God created and so can we.
Yeah.
Ned Bundy is a rapper from the Doom Shop music group, and what he told me is like create more than you consume, and then Mother Nature will kind of take care of everything. That's what he told me.
Mm.
That's one thing that he said. Like, have you what gave you the urge to create besides like of it just being rap? Like, you know what I mean? Like, what gave you that urge to create at a young age?
Well, whether you know it or not, you creating something because you believe in something. So it's like when your belief connect with your what you saying, that's what you're gonna create. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like when you believe something and your mouth connect with what you saying, what you believe, then you're gonna make it happen. See, that's how it happens. Now, when you believe something, we ain't talking about your physical heart. We talking about your spirit, who you really is, because that's how you make it happen. You know what I'm saying? And that's anything. Like, you know how a person say, "Man, I just believe in my heart that if I do this and da 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 da," and he be like, "Man, dude did like, dude became a writer. Like, dude is cold. Like, dude, the truth." He put, they say, when a person say, "I put my heart in this," they ain't talking about, they ain't talking about their physical heart.
yeah, yeah, yeah. It just means
Yeah.
that they believe in what
They
you're
believe in
saying.
what they're
Yeah,
doing, and when they start speaking it, that's gonna come to pass. See when the Bible, Christian, they talk about faith. That's faith. Like I'm just being honest. That's you believing. That's you. They said it. Well, I don't know if you know about. They say you believe Jesus Christ is your Lord and Savior. He died on the cross, and you confess Him as you believe that He died on the cross and rose on the third day, and you believe that with your heart, and you confess with your mouth that He's your Lord and Savior. Well, if you believe that He died for your sins and your sins are gone, then when you confess that, then that's how you save. It ain't hard. It's simple, but you gotta believe it in your heart. And if you do, you save. Well, see, that's how it works with everything. Because I'm gonna show you something. If a person believes that they're gonna be a failure out here because they was listening to somebody who always called them one, or the teachers, I don't know. I don't
yeah.
know what made them say that, but whatever did, oh, you're gonna fail out here. You're gonna fail out here. It's just man. I mean, everybody knows about the talking. Everybody said, well, don't speak evil and don't talk negative about. Don't talk negative. But really, what people are saying is what I'm saying.
Yeah, yeah.
That's the meat of it. Yeah, that's the meat of it.
It's because
You know,
if you talk negatively about stuff, then negative stuff's good. That's beautiful,
it,
man. That's
it's gonna
beautiful, man.
attract to you. It's gonna come straight. What you're gonna do is you're gonna subconsciously live it out. Whatever you're speaking is what you're gonna subconsciously live out. So
Subconscious, yeah.
it's just real. I mean, it's the truth. I mean, that's how we made. That's why we're creators. Okay, Apple, the guy created a company. He created a multi-billion-dollar company. He's a creator. I
Yeah.
mean, that's what he is. A person could go say, hey, you know what? I'm gonna cut all these trees down, build me about 15, 20 some houses. He's a contractor. He learned now it's gonna take some learning and some skills. You ain't gonna sit up here and just this ain't magic. Like I said,
Yeah.
this ain't magic. Yeah. But it's real though. But it's real. and then and he puts his mind to what he believe in. He gonna make it happen. Man, it ain't hard, man. I mean, you could be the next Brian Gumble or something. I don't know, but I'm just saying you
That,
could be though.
I mean, that's beautiful, man. This is a great interview, man. This is I think a lot of people could take something away from this after listening to it, and I think they could also take a lot from your music too, because your music's amazing. And do you have any like shows or songs you'd like to announce before you wrap this up?
We this Corona stuff going on, man. We had a Three Six Mafia whole tour. It was a Three Six Mafia tour finna pop up like huge. Like we was getting the city. We did a few shows, but man, it's like so crazy. Like we was just finna go right before last year when Corona popped. Like last year, we would have been done all of them because we was going. They was rolling, but man, they had some in they got some I think was coming up in Charlotte, but they canceled it because of the Corona stuff. It's been flared back up or something.
It's
Then
like
they
it's a
had some in
freaking mountain, man. You know what I mean? Like it's a valley of a bunch of mountains. It's so annoying.
uh,
And that's why
it's,
like
it's
most of the
just
shows are like nobodies. Like the shows that I'm about to go to are like my some guy with a couple thousand followers. You know what I mean? Because that's all they can. That's like you keep like these big huge people aren't gonna like bet all their cash on getting a show if they know something's gonna crazy. So that's why like the shows that are really popping off are just the amateur shows. I don't know
mhm.
if you get what I mean.
I got a I just did a show in Phoenix. I just did it about a month ago. And man, it was a lot of people in there. And the lady was like, she said, I couldn't let everybody in. She said, man, this show, because we supposed to been did the show like a year and a half ago. She was like, I've been supposed to done this show. And I said, man, I just went on and did it, man. And she was like, man, I'm about to bring you back because, man, so many people was trying to get in. And it was a lot of people in there. But she said it was more people trying to get. She said, I couldn't fill it up because I was like, dog. But man, one thing about it, man, whenever this stuff do open back up, man, whoever's rapping and got a following or got some man, you can best believe the club's gonna be packed out. Like, all the venues, they're gonna be packed.
And fans are gonna be
Because man,
hungry.
everybody wants to get out.
Yeah, the fans are gonna be
Yeah,
hungry.
man, everybody wanna get out, man. Everybody just they tired of the house. I mean, in certain cities they ain't current. Like you go to Atlanta, man, it's going down. You like, well, Corona must don't live here.
But if you go to LA, it's like Australia over there. You know what I mean? I don't know if people get what I
uh
mean. Australia is
Yeah,
insane right now.
my brother live out there. Yeah, I heard they ain't make it. They ain't let nobody. I heard California stuff is down though.
Northern Cal, I have some friend. I make music with someone in San Fran, and he does shows, and it's pretty popping out there. But I mean, thanks for
Pretty
coming
popping
on,
out there.
man. This is we'll talk. I want to talk afterwards about some music stuff, but this was beautiful, man. Thanks for coming on, and link to your socials and all
Which
that down below, and have a good day.